Welcome, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm Ivy Rivera, Psychic Medium, coming to you with your extended weekly horoscope for April 8th through the 14th. If you want to join me for my weekly live show called Ask a Medium, I do that on Facebook and Instagram, where I take your questions. I give you your short scope for the week. You can do that on Tuesday the 9th at 9 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you there. Cancer, what is going on with you for the week? On Monday, I have you feeling in the earlier part of the day a bit of frustration in regards to a boss or some kind of structure above you that would be dictating down how much freedom and room for advancement you're going to have. What I'm hearing is a big no from them. And I feel as though you may find yourself getting rattled and feeling a bit like a rat in a cage, and like you want to have some type of a reaction that would help you to escape the situation, but it may end up being more explosive, uncalled for, and unproductive, okay, than it may otherwise be if you just allow it to play out and really ignore it. Put it behind you. Try not to think about it. You need to understand that your breakthrough is coming soon. So this really isn't all that relevant, even though it can be frustrating. On Tuesday, I have you feeling a bit better about that situation, mystically, almost as though it never happened at all. It's just sort of out of your mind, which is good. You're supposed to keep your eyes open on that day regardless for doorways, for open windows of opportunity, and stay focused on the prize, so to speak. Now, in the evening, I have some interesting advancements going on in romance. So whether you're in a long-term partnership or this is someone new, I have romance under the stars. And when I see a night sky and I see the planets, I see the stars in this way, it typically represents conversation more than sexual interaction. And it's an exchange of ideas. So we could say philosophical, intellectual depth going on here. I love it. For some of you, we may also be looking at a breakup. So there's a lot going on with romance on Tuesday. And because it is such a dynamic day, you're going to want to be mindful about the things that you're saying, the actions that you're taking, and the things that you're avoiding. This may not be the best day to ignore a problem that has been there for a while. We could very well be looking at a breakup, but it feels like if it does occur on that day, it may not be the end of the story. Okay, so on Wednesday, we have some parental activity going on for those of you who have older parents. I want to say pay it forward. We need to check in on them at that day. Make sure that any parents that may be dealing with illnesses or have their hands full, are you sure that they're doing okay? Are they taking care of all of their finances? How are things going with things like the stove, okay, the shower? We want to make sure that they're not slipping, things of this variety. I also have a theme going on, interestingly enough, with parents on that day about your parents had told you in the past about a life experience that was something you were supposed to learn from, and perhaps you haven't fully learned your lesson. My parents told me, and now I am applying it to where I am right now and some of the experiences I'm having. Be mindful of that throughout the entire day and even into the next day. I also have for some of you a purchase of a new vehicle. And for the rest of you, we want to be careful that we're not feeding our ego more than what we should be. Keep a healthy balance with your ego. Remember, if you're getting arrogant, if you're getting pushy, it's coming from a fear-based place, not a place of confidence. There could be a little bit too much control going on, and you could feel that because of some major breakthroughs that you're having, that you're getting arrogant about it, and it's really more of a flash in the pan type of an experience that may not play out for as long as you had originally thought. On Thursday, I want to say that there is some frustration going on yet again. And this does seem to be surrounding the workplace more than anything. There are miscommunications going on. A lot of what I'm feeling here is that you may have done everything you were supposed to do. You dotted your I's, you crossed your T's, you turned in the work, you sent the email, and it didn't get there. It wasn't received, or somebody said this part was missing. No, it wasn't. And you really can't keep fighting to defend yourself once you've spoken your piece and you did your part. So you're going to have to let it go. What it's breaking down to for a lot of you is that your coworkers aren't doing their part, and it's reflecting poorly upon you, but they don't really see it that way because they may not really care or be paying any attention whatsoever, and the repercussions are unfortunate sometimes. Your work guides are stepping in here talking about this is a great day to examine where do you really want to be, where are you really supposed to be, what is within your life contract, and how could we start on the right path to get there. On Friday afternoon, I have you wanting to just live on an island. I think of that silly post where the girl is on a boat with her cigarette and her cup of coffee out in the middle of the ocean, and she just doesn't care anymore. I feel like it's a big day for you to get away and recoup. And even if you're feeling better after an hour or two and you're like, I'm going to go back out there, I'm going to get social again, I'm so glad I'm feeling better. No, you're not. Okay, just take the whole day. Just allow it to sink in for a while. Don't digress. On Saturday, we have a lot of talk here about your relationships in general. And primarily, while it feels like children and family, I do also feel that this could involve friends that are like family and lovers, partners that have become family to you. I have you learning a lot from them and needing to be a really good listener and an observer. So this isn't so much about what you want to say and how you want to entertain and what stories you want to tell. It's more about paying attention to them and allowing the dialogue to flow, the interaction to flow. I feel that it's showing you more about your roots and who you are and how you're appreciated, and a little bit more insight into this bigger purpose that your life is supposed to be all about, which does tie into the relation to your job and career efforts at this time, interestingly enough. Now on Sunday, I have you being at peace with nature, which is symbolic of recouping. You get in touch with nature and you recharge your batteries, your energy, and detox. Allow the negativity to flow out of you into the nature. Maybe take your shoes off, put your feet in the dirt. I need you to re-examine your finances on that day. What could be happening, and this is really good, is that you overlooked something that you really needed to see earlier, possibly even 4, 7, 8 months back, and didn't understand that something could be rearranged or that the resources may actually be there that you currently need. And you may have been spending the last 2 weeks to 2 months treading water a little bit, trying to figure out what you're going to do. And it's sitting right there in front of you. So something that was overlooked. It may also be a great day to reapply for some loans or assistance from outside that you had previously needed and thought you weren't going to get, okay? You guys have a great week. It looks really good here. A lot of advancements, but a lot of soul searching about where you actually belong. And I hope to see you for the Ask a Medium show, where I'm taking your questions, giving your short scope on Facebook Live, Instagram Live. I'm Angela Rivera. That's Tuesday the 9th at 9 p.m. Eastern. Thanks.